Ever wonder how Netflix always seems to know exactly what you want to watch next? It's not magic. It's a sophisticated recommendation engine powered by cutting-edge algorithms. This tutorial will peel back the curtain, exploring the data-driven insights and personalized approaches Netflix uses to create that uncannily accurate viewing experience. We'll dive into how they transform your viewing habits into highly relevant suggestions, ensuring you always find something to love. Have you ever wondered how Netflix seems to know exactly what you want to watch next? It's like a digital mind reader. Well, it all starts with collecting your digital footprint. Our system gathers two main types of data: user data, which is all about you, and item data, which describes the movies and shows themselves. User data includes crucial details like your viewing history, showing what you've watched and for how long, and your explicit ratings, where you tell us directly what you thought. On the flip side, item data is the rich description of each title, comprising metadata such as genres, actors, and directors, alongside content features that analyze visual and auditory elements. Now here's where it gets interesting. One of Netflix's core strategies is collaborative filtering. Imagine you're at a party and someone recommends a movie. You trust their recommendation because you both like similar things, right? Collaborative filtering works similarly by identifying users with similar tastes based on their viewing history and ratings. This data is meticulously organized into a massive user item matrix, which maps every user to every movie or show and indicates their interaction, like whether they've watched it or rated it. This matrix is the raw input for our powerful collaborative filtering engine, which will then find patterns in collective user behavior. Once the user item matrix is built, the collaborative filtering engine gets to work. This engine analyzes the vast patterns within the matrix to identify users who exhibit similar behaviors. It then performs complex similarity calculations to quantify how alike users are or how similar items are. For example, if you and another user have rated the same 10 movies identically, the system recognizes you as highly similar. This allows Netflix to recommend movies to you that similar users enjoyed, even if you haven't seen them yet. It's like getting recommendations from your closest friends, but on a global scale. But what if you're a new user with no viewing history, or a brand new show just launched? That's where content-based filtering shines. This approach focuses on the characteristics of the content itself, rather than user behavior. The content-based filtering engine analyzes the rich item data, like metadata genres, actors, directors, and content features themes, visual styles. If you've loved action movies with a particular lead actor, this engine will find other action movies starring that same actor, or even those with similar thematic elements, regardless of what other users think. It builds a profile of your tastes based on the attributes of the content you've enjoyed. The true genius of Netflix's recommendation system lies in its hybrid approach. Instead of relying on just one method, it cleverly combines the strengths of both collaborative filtering and content-based filtering. The similarity calculation from collaborative filtering, which understands what people like you enjoy, and the output from the content-based filtering engine, which knows what kind of content you specifically gravitate towards, are fed into the ultimate recommendation engine. This powerful engine intelligently blends these insights, weighing them differently based on the situation, e.g., for new users, content-based might be more influential. The result? A highly personalized, constantly evolving list of movies and shows that feels uncannily accurate, making your Netflix experience truly unique. And that's how Netflix seems to know exactly what you want to watch. So now, let's explore how Netflix crafts those spot-on recommendations. It's not just one trick. They employ a clever strategy called the hybrid recommendation approach. This means they're intelligently blending insights from two powerful methods we discussed earlier: collaborative filtering and content-based filtering. Think of it like a master chef combining the best ingredients from different cuisines to create a truly unique dish. This combined approach ensures that the suggestions are robust and deeply personalized, going beyond what a single method could achieve alone. But what happens when you're a brand new user or when Netflix adds fresh content? This is what we call the cold start problem. Netflix tackles this challenge head-on by using clever heuristics. For new users, it might suggest popular titles or ask for initial preferences based on demographics. For new content, it leverages movie metadata, like genres, actors, and directors, to link it with existing content and users. This ensures that even without much historical data, you're not left with an empty recommendation screen, giving you a warm welcome into the Netflix universe. Now, you might be wondering how these recommendations stay fresh and relevant. Recommendations aren't static. They're constantly evolving. Netflix uses a dual approach for updates, real-time and batch processing. As you're actively watching, pausing, or even browsing, your immediate user interaction data provides real-time feedback, allowing the recommendation service to quickly adapt. In the background, larger batch processing jobs run daily or weekly, retraining the entire recommendation model with vast amounts of new data, ensuring the core algorithms are always improving. It's a continuous learning loop. How does Netflix know if a new recommendation algorithm is actually better? They don't just guess. They perform rigorous A/B testing. Imagine two versions of the recommendation engine running simultaneously, with different sets of users receiving recommendations from each. Netflix meticulously compares engagement metrics, like how much time users spend watching or how many new titles they discover, between these groups. This scientific approach ensures that every change to the algorithm is backed by data, continually optimizing your viewing experience and making sure you see the most engaging content. Finally, Netflix knows that how a show looks can be just as important as what it is. This brings us to thumbnail personalization. Have you ever noticed that a show's cover image might look different for you than it does for a friend? That's not an accident. The thumbnail personalization engine, driven by your viewing habits, dynamically selects the image that's most likely to grab your attention and entice you to click. Perhaps you respond well to images with a certain actor, a specific emotion, or a particular genre. This engine tailors even the smallest visual cues to your taste, completing your uniquely personalized Netflix experience. Now you know the incredible journey your photo takes in just seconds.